We're turning now to a CBS Colorado investigation that started with just one arrest. But after your investigator, Gabriela Vidal, started asking questions, she discovered several more troubling accusations lurking behind the corner.
A startling discovery.
Heartbroken and sick to our stomachs.
That's kept parents like Sarah Flater on edge.
We know that there's a child care crisis out here in Colorado. We know how difficult it is to find child care. We know that there are businesses that are not good intentions, but is this the cost?
Last month, the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office arrested 32-year-old Brandon Vigil, a former daycare employee at the Nest schools in Centennial. He's facing 51 charges, including nearly 30 for child abuse. The investigation began after a teacher's aide reported an incident involving Vigil from September 5, 2024, where he was throwing things inside a classroom. Vigil allegedly struck a child with an open hand and used a racial slur towards the child. Investigators reviewed daycare evidence and say Vigil was involved in many more instances of harmful and degrading actions towards the children in his care, most of which were 2 years old.
I did not suspect that, but then I was not surprised.
Flater's own 2 children were placed into Nest schools over the summer after their daycare center in Highlands Ranch was bought out by a private equity firm.
My 5-year-old was sent to the Nest Centennial. And when I picked her up that day, I did view a teacher kind of harshly talking to a child, and I just unenrolled her for the next day.
Flater decided to keep her daughter out of daycare since she was aging out of the program, but kept her son at the Nest schools. While Flater says her children never interacted with Vigil, she did email the Nest schools leadership on August 15th, expressing concerns about the company's communication with families and wanting answers as to why 12 staff members quit at her son's location in Littleton. When the Nest schools responded a couple hours later, the CEO of the Nest schools said in part, quote, "After careful consideration, we have concluded that our programs are not the best match for your needs. Effective immediately, we will no longer provide services to your family."
You would want to comfort them and have them know your children are safe here.
The Colorado Department of Early Childhood tells CBS Colorado they were made aware of the county and law enforcement investigations into the Nest schools here in Centennial and say Brandon Vigil was immediately terminated upon allegations coming to light. But families with children in child care programs like this one says there needs to be more accountability in how programs like these are run. Vigil's instances of alleged abuse have not been the only issues with the Nest schools. Multiple violation reports dating back to January 21st, 2025 that are publicly available on the Colorado Department of Early Childhood's website document a history of violations by Vigil as well as staff members, ignoring some of the abuse that was committed. Vigil allegedly dragging a child by the arm, spanking a child, yelling at children, and using racial slurs around children.
There were other adults that have clearly witnessed this. There were cameras. It was recorded. How did other adults allow this to happen? And where are those adults now?
In this document, it states that other staff members witnessed the abuse and the director of the facility was also aware of the incidents. Other Nest schools also reported similar licensing violations that were founded by the Colorado Department of Early Childhood, including this 2024 report of video footage at the Littleton location showing a staff member pull a child's leg and drag them across the floor. Then the child was picked up by the arm, resulting in medical attention. And in this report from the Nest schools in Aurora on December 5th, 2024, where video footage captured a staff member picking up a child from a lying position, causing an injury. The Nest schools did not respond to our request for an interview about those documents or concerns about communication and safety at other Nest school locations. They did release the following statement about the investigation into Vigil. Quote, "Our top priority has been and will always be the safety and well-being of the children in our care. We deeply regret the situation happened, which does not reflect the high standards ourselves to. We are fully cooperating with the a safe and nurturing environment for every child."
I'm worried. Children child care one day. Will it be quality child care? Will it be what these kids deserve?
While Flater says her children have moved on from the Nest schools, she hopes this latest incident is a wake-up call for better oversight of daycares across Colorado.
Are we compromising quality for quantity?
The Colorado Department of Early Childhood has not made a determination on what impact Vigil's arrest will have. We're also told the Arapahoe County District Attorney's Office denied Vigil's application for a public defender.